guys, Tomboy601, and today we have a match in the Cavour. I don't know about you guys, but I have been grinding my way through using all of my tech tree ships to get those first win bonuses, and I decided that I was going to try to at least play the majority of them in standard battles. Now, you could, if you wanted to be the most efficient about this, go into AI battles and start grinding your way through, especially for those of you who have a ton of ships. But for me, I was like, one, it's going to give me an opportunity to get in there, play some ships I don't usually do, maybe get a couple of good games and ships that I wouldn't normally use, and two, it gives me a great excuse for when the tryhards come and they're like, let's see your win rate, bro. I can be like, oh, see, I was just playing random ships, even when they're bad. That's why my win rate sucks. Not because I'm a terrible player or anything. It's the big brain strats over here. Anyways, Cavour. We are running Paolo di Revel as our commander. He is the brawler commander. I think everyone is fairly used to him, especially after the last update, where we got the Azure Lane accuracy commander, Littorio, and she didn't really help with these chips. So I've fully gone into Paolo after for the Italian battleships, and that's who we are running today. We are on the map Greece, and a half version of the map. So we do get to play, and I do really like these half versions of the map, just because they let you play this map completely differently. Because let's be clear, this match would not be playing out like this if we were on standard Greece. Usually I would not be playing so close to these islands, but because it's the half map, I'm going, okay, well, Cavour, what are we? We're an Italian battleship who is a brawler. Let's try to get into the islands, get up close, get in range of those SAP secondaries that we know can tear through pretty much everyone, and let's see what we can do up close. And that's kind of our grand strategy for the beginning of this game. Enemy team, they've kind of heavily come on over to the A side, so let's see what we can do. Farragut sees a juicy battleship all on his own and goes, that's my prime target, and we say, ha ha ha! You forget about the power of the SAP secondaries before we even have a chance to assign our, like, focus on him. He goes down. Beautiful first kill with the secondaries, and New York is looking weak. Let's see if we can go ahead and finish New York off here. He does hit us for a massive citadel right there, and we are nearly knocked out of the fight. At this point, I was like, ooh, wow, I really done goofed on this one. And he's angled enough to where we don't even take the hit. Thankfully for us, I think the majority of that wasn't even citadel, it was pen damage. Because as we see, we have the 6 heals in this vessel, and we are going to use pretty much all of them and crawl back our health slowly throughout the rest of this map. Ishizuki pops his nose out. He is on barely any health. We didn't get to take the New York, but we will take the Ishizuki kill as he goes down. Thank you, sir. Now onto the other New York who is standing there. We do need to be cautious though, because we did see an Omaha. And while the Omaha is a floating citadel that can be absolutely exploited, we still want to be careful because, yes, he can come in close range and torp us, so we need to be kind of have our guns on the swivel, get ready to swing those front guns over to the port side just in case. New York doing a fairly good job of angling right now, which is what we'd expect from him, and good on him. But he is kind of succumbing to the amount of fire, because at this point, we have overloaded the side, or he just doesn't have enough targets to really distract from his woes. So we go ahead, turn wide enough to get all of our guns engaged. We go ahead, finish him off. Langley, the enemy aircraft carrier, does pop up, and he does appear to be heading this direction, which, that's a bold move for Cotton. We'll see how that plays for him. But Omaha is starting to push in. We're going to get ready. As we said earlier, Omaha, floating citadel. We'll either overpen or blow it out of the water. So we just need to get these guns swung around and get ready. We're also using that will to rebuild with our teammate right here. Omaha comes around the corner just as he does. 1, 2, 3 guns on target, and down goes the Omaha before the friendly destroyers torps can even get to him. So we have now cleared A. Our team still holding C, and we hold both the cap and the ship advantage. So everything is going to turn out well for us so far. We are at 4 kills, So we are now officially on that good old Kraken hunt. We're going to go ahead, line ourselves up, get ready, just kind of start engaging. Luckily, we can see that one battleship is going to stay south of the kind of meridian line, which is exactly what we want. We don't want to clump up and make it easy for the enemy to really angle towards us. We want to kind of get spread out now that we've broken through in A. We're going to start angling ourselves to kind of head directly towards the sea cap. One, it's going to give us a chance to kind of be in a different location than the rest of our teammates. And two, if we can make our way over to, or sorry, not the sea cap, the B cap, we'll go ahead and do that. Iron Duke sitting out here pretty much broadside, and we will go ahead and take advantage of that. And if we notice, Langley has now gone ahead and put himself in full reverse, which, friendly tip to you captains out there, reversing not the fastest gear that you have. Turns out the front of the vessel is the quickest if you head forward. So I know that's a top tip for you guys out there. You go faster in forwards than you do in reverse. Anyways, Iron Duke still sitting broadside to us, and I'm sure he's feeling somewhat secure just because, well, I mean, we are an Italian battleship not known for our accuracy. We take a good chunk out of him there, take another chunk out of him there, all but guaranteeing one more salvo and he's down. We're kind of checking our angles on that Langley. Of course, what's providing that spotting is that destroyer, and that destroyer has chosen the all or nothing approach to life. And by that, I mean he is in full charge mode on the Iron Duke. We'll go ahead, let those first guns out. Hopefully those will finish off the Iron Duke for us, nabbing us the Kraken. We get two pens and a shatter. Sadly, that does not take down the Iron Duke, so we're like, okay, what do we want to do? Do we want to fire our guns at the Langley, which is going to be an easy pen and an easy kill? No, we need to finish off this Iron Duke. He can do some actual damage. Iron Duke does take down our destroyer, meaning we're going to lose sight on the Langley. We let our middle guns shots flow. They hit Iron Duke, giving us the Kraken. That's exactly what we want to do. So now, what is our next plan? Well, we are now only one ship up, and we want to kind of start to get rid of that carrier. We know approximately where he is, and we know he's a very soft target. And we know, he's going to be the one spying us. He's going to make the rest of this match kind of hard for us if we don't. So let's start sailing towards him. We know he doesn't have the best concealment. We are close to being in range of his concealment range. So we just need to push a little. Right as we get in that 10-kilometer range of him, there he goes. He pops up. And, well, now it's time for us to open up all of our guns. Cavour does have the distinction of being the ship with the most guns at tier 4, and we will use all of them to our advantage. Battleship, the aircraft carrier does drop torps, does hit us for a good chunk of damage right there, and we are just prepping and waiting for our next salvo that we can go ahead and land on the Langley. Also just trying to keep track, see if anyone pops up. We can see the cruiser is being tracked, and we want to kind of keep an eye on him. We don't think he can do too much damage to us, so we want to be careful, because of course usually cruisers will have torps, and if he decides to brawl us, it could be bad for us. But we go ahead, finish off the Langley right there, giving us the 6-pack, and finally we have the Colbert and the Königsberg right there, and we are now trying to get the 7. We can smell it in the air. Königsberg going broadside for us. We're like, oh, can we make this 7 kills in a match? Come on, we can do it. We can do it. Oh, those first 3 guns not so good. Second ones, those are looking pretty, and huge hit for the Citadel, but sadly leaving him with a little bit of health, and our teammates will finish him off. And sadly, with us at 930 points at this point, and having the cap advantage, that's all she wrote. We're not going to be able to take out this Colbert, but we did have a fun little game in the Cavour, and that's what it's all about. End the match, we end with some 2000 XP and at the top of the scoreboard, which is always what we want. If you like the video, guys, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.